Everybody's on the Dark Avengers podcast. All the Marvels coming out to join the broadcast. Gotta get them all on the line. Now we can rewind, they never leave your mind. Let's assemble for the Dark Avengers podcast. Try to hold us down, but we won't let them do that. Not a chance. Time to get back on track. Let's move on the Dark Avengers podcast. All the Marvels coming out to join the broadcast. Gotta get them all on the line. Now we can rewind. They never leave your mind. Come with us on the Dark Avengers podcast. All the Marvels coming out to join the broadcast. Gotta get them all on the line. Now we can rewind. They never leave your mind. Come with us on the Dark Avengers podcast. Try to hold us down, but we won't let them do that. Not a chance. Time to get back on track. Let's move on the Dark Avengers podcast. All the Marvels coming out to join the broadcast. Gotta get them all on the line. Now we can rewind. They never leave your mind. Come with us on the Dark Avengers podcast. All the Marvels coming out to join the broadcast. Gotta get them all on the line. Now we can rewind. They never leave your mind. They don't wanna miss the Dark Avengers podcast. Try to hold us down, but we won't let them do that. Not a chance. Time to get back on track. Let's move on the Dark Avengers podcast. All the Marvels coming out to join the broadcast. Gotta get them all on the line. Now we can rewind. They never leave your mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to who the hell knows what this still is. No, I'm joking. Welcome to mine and Carl's podcast where we talk about video games and pretty much anything else we want to talk about, which tonight is going to be anything else is one of the topics. Carl, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. Can't really complain. Not getting into too much trouble recently, I think, or maybe I am. Who knows? I never know.
What the? StreamYard's made so many different things where you can hit buttons. I have no idea. Hold on.
All right, for sure.
So, yeah, there was some controversy, like minuscule at best, where we're going to talk minimally about that, and I didn't even think about that. Anyway, long story short, we're going to talk about video games, and then we're going to talk about people who maybe hate video games, and then maybe a little bit of Superman at the end. Because I'm a huge Superman fan. I saw the movie last night. My dad, it's something that I love the fact, and this is something I'm going to highlight right here. I love the fact that before the Superman movie, they were celebrating the anniversary of Jurassic Park. That is the very first movie. My He is my stepdad, by the way, but he is actually my real father. He's the one who raised me and stuff like that. And it was fun. Oh my God, my internet's dropping. Please don't. So if I drop, just improvise because I have like the little sliver of like just the oh no, I got bigger dick. No, Carl, what do you have going on? What the hell are you doing? What the hell are we doing? I'm so tired.
Nothing too much. I'm just kind of, just playing my video games. I've been kind of switching back and forth just between two games. Pokemon X, which I'm very close to beating, and then this other PS2 game called Ghost Hunter that I've started to play recently, and I think I'm about halfway through. It's on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4, but besides that, not really too much else is going on. I actually just recently picked up a PlayStation 5 Pro, so once that comes in the mail, I'm gonna be able to test it out to see if it's actually worth it, and if it isn't, well, I'm just gonna resell it.
It's not. It's not. I'm sorry, it's not.
I got it for a decent price though. I got it for $500, and it came with a disk drive on it. So,
Yeah,
um,
it makes it better.
yeah. So like
The disc drive makes it better. Better.
it basically was the same price as a base model. So that's why I'm okay with it.
All right. So no, long story short, we were not here last week because we took a we took a break. It's been a hot couple of weeks, as I said, for me and my job. If you follow me on Twitter, uh, basically medevacs, firefighting, military. I mean, the whole 9 yards of airplanes and the ladder. So yeah, that's me. And Carl was like, "Hey, I'm doing family stuff," and I was like, "Dude, that's perfectly fine." I'm like, I was actually kind of like, "Thank you," because we didn't do it this week. Because if you would have did the same thing, I would have been like going, "All right, thank you." No. So anyway, hmm, which direction to go on this? I'm so tired. Uh, Carl, just you know what? You're a part co-host. Let's go, please.
Well, I guess you said that this week that you want to do superheroes as a theme for the show. So why don't we talk about some superhero stuff? What
Yeah,
about what exactly about superheroes did you want to talk about? You said superhero video games and
video
stuff like
games.
that. So obviously, what are like the superhero video games? Like, do you just consider it like Marvel, DC? Do you just consider it like anything where you can play as like a superhero? What are we looking at here?
The ones that are most functionally and canonically, attached. As you can see, I thought about this really hard between all of this. I'm such a bad YouTuber. Nightmare says, "Evening, guys. What's up, buddy?"
Hello.
Which we have been on with Nightmare. That's both. Oh, I hit the button. Bitch. Carl, what is your favorite superhero game of all time?
There's a lot of really good superhero video games of all time. If we want to look at, like, say, for example, the Marvel kind of DC kind of video games, probably the ones I had the most fun with were obviously the Arkham series. Arkham City is still my favorite Batman video game of all time. I just loved how they did all like the supervillain fights. I liked how they had like a wide depth of Batman history all involved in that game as well. So you had like Victor Strange, Calendar Man, and all these other fun villains to really dig out that roster. But another video game that I actually still like too was my dog is also chiming in. was the 2018 Marvel Spider-Man game.
Mhm.
I really do like that game a lot. Even though I was very disappointed with the second one, I think Insomniac did a really good job with what they had to work with at that time. I think that they did a good job in the first game. All this is with the first game. With the lore of the game was really well done. The story was amazing. The combat was awesome. It was held back a little bit by the PlayStation 4, but once I replayed it on the PS5 with the 60 FPS patch, the game basically took on a life of its own again. It was really good and really fun. But then there's like the other games that are quote unquote superhero games. Like, you get to play like games like Crackdown, Infamous, those are some of the more fun games that I look to. And if I really wanted to go kind of full circle here, a game that kind of really took inspiration, or that I'm pretty sure that these video games took inspiration from, was the original Xbox, GameCube, and PS2 game, Marvel's Hulk Ultimate Destruction, where I still to this day don't think that there's any other game that kind of comes close to making you feel like the Hulk, like just pure rage and destruction and over the top physics and stuff like that. If you guys haven't played that game, you really should check out Hulk Ultimate Destruction at some point.
All right. I will. So one of my favorites, actually, in this, we have talked about this before, is Captain America. Sorry, I'm so tired, guys. I'm so tired. Like, it was such a long day. Captain America. It was on the PS3. It was where the Shield Dynamics got their place, and Winter Soldier and stuff like that. And he's slinging the shield and it bounces off. It's like ding, 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 ding. And I was, I wanted to pull up videos, but I didn't because I fell asleep before the show, which is not first. Yeah, that's one of my favorites, by the way. Carl, still there?
Very cool. I'm still here.
Oh no!
Okay, you not hear me?
No, I hear you now. My internet is taking a shit again. Carl.
I'm here.
All right, Carl's here. So I don't know what to do. I'm so tired of this crap. I'm really All right, here we go. From YouTube. Captain America. Carl, actually, Google your favorite. Oh, it dropped again. Signal dropped.
We having technical difficulties tonight.
I am the technical issue. My signal is from like the 1970s. It really isn't, but all right, here we go.
All right, cool.
In America, not Brave New World. Oh, what? Carl, what did you think about Captain America: Brave New World? By the way,
I didn't watch it.
You don't watch it? Okay. Did you watch the Thunderbolts?
No.
Did you watch F1?
No.
God damn it, Carl!
I don't really watch movies. You know this.
Carl.
I'm not the movie guy. I didn't even see Endgame.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I didn't see Endgame at all.
Carl might be dead. I like the fact that holy shit. You're and this is probably a joke, by the way, just like a public service announcement. That you're like an informant for Alyssa Mercante.
I don't even know what that is.
This is not a shot at my friends. I have friends. This is not a shot at them. a dude that I don't know. I did follow him, uh, but I've never streamed with him. I don't know who he is. And all of a sudden, apparently, Carl's like an informant for like Alyssa Mercante. And
I don't know. I have like a burner account. There's so much fan fiction about me online sometimes. Even I can't keep up with it.
well, dude, it's the stupidest shit. Literally right here. Because I was like, all right. I was like, I don't know what's going on, but like we talk about video games and our favorite video games and our least favorite video games, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be the shittest informant ever. It was like, all right, whatever you want to do.
I don't know, man. It's just I've called her openly like a dumb whore, and I hope her and Smash
How
like
to?
both lose the lawsuit together and like disappear in the sun. It would solve a lot of issues, I think, for the world in general. But
That's where you got clipped. That's where you got clipped because you disavowed Smash. Look, Smash is a great guy.
no, he's
Is
not.
hold on. Is he my best friend? No, I don't know him. I'm never gonna like him unless we're gonna break bread in person. That goes for Carl too. Oh God, here's Ariel. Oh, here we go. Carl fanfiction. How many times can you seduce someone?
A lot, apparently.
Wait, Ariel moved on to you?
No, not yet.
Oh my God. Hold on, real quick. My microphone died.
Is that better?
Much better.
Oh my God, my microphone died. What the? I love StreamYards. It's my best friend. So, Nightmare says, "Hey, I like Smash. Me too.
I don't. He's a fraud.
Easy, Lenny."
I have no problem saying that. He is a hermit crab. He is JDA.
Easy.
I speak for myself and only myself.
You do, but you also piss a lot of fucking people off, which is fine. But learn to mellow the piss off, right?
I will once a lot of these people disappear from the internet. That's what I would say.
Dude, that's not your choice. I mean, I'm just saying we can actually talk about that because, dude, I actually support your opinions 100%. But you are not the be all end all. And I'm going to tell you that as the person who actually blasted Mahler and Gary over Fallout series on Amazon.
Oh, no. I'm not the be all end all.
Yeah, but you're kind of being a raging dick lately. You really are. Not about whatever the fuck this crap is. None of this, none of that. Like, dude, calm, chill. Come on, man. Don't leave me fucking hanging like I have like 57 heads.
What?
Dude, you get a little rough. You really do. I mean, we're getting real. It got real. Or we can just talk about the fact that Ariel wants to, I don't know, do this to me or whatever, more of this to me.
That was funny.
All right, so the Superman movie. I
didn't see it, so let me hear about it.
I know you didn't like. You didn't see it. Sorry, not like it. I liked it. Did it have a lot of problems? Yes, it had a lot of problems. Mom, pa can't. God, that pissed me the fuck off. This is not middle America. This is not. This is barely even Southern America. Like, I know, Ma. I know, Pa. Like, oh, stop it the fuck. And there is a spoiler on this one. The Kal-El's parents, actually, the second decoded message from his parents was most likely, and a lot of people think that it was most likely manipulated, and it was taking, it was off kilter and stuff like that. James Gunn's movie did not address that, and so, but the can't talk. I'm so sorry. The visuals were really awesome. I love them. The movie was, was bright and fun. It mirrored, kind of Dean Kane's, Superman and Lois and stuff like that. We had a little bit of Smallville in there, in my opinion. But there were some things that were really rusty that, quite frankly, if I was watching the whole entire, if this was the whole entire movie, I would want to stick my finger in a wall socket. So that's kind of that. Ariel says, so then it didn't really need to have all the hate. No, it didn't. It didn't. And look, I'm gonna say this again, and I've gotten kicked in the dick for it over Fallout and stuff like that. Mahler, the critical drinker, Gary, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, they're not the be all end all. They're not. They don't know fucking everything. They have their opinions. Their opinions is 1 of 100. No, I'm saying a scale of a 1 of 100. They don't get to choose what you watch. And if they actually, and most of them don't, every once in a while they get a little pay headed, and they get a little bit, little bit. I don't want to say dick on. I just did. They get big dick trousers. They think that they know what makes a good movie. Gary did not do this for this movie. Is he wrong about the movie? Fucking right he is. He's like, I wanted to love this movie. I tried to love this movie. He had very legitimate criticisms. Both parents, Kryptonian and Earth. Massive criticisms from me. The humor, I get. It was a little too Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes. But at the same time, though, you have Superman, who is literally probably at this age and time frame 24, 25 tops. Like, dude, did any of us in the history of the universe understand what we were doing at 25? Raise your hand if you're like going, yeah, I had my shit figured out. Yeah. No, that's bullshit. So that's literally all I'm going to say. I don't want to say anymore because, quite frankly, just go watch the movie. Go watch the movie. I mean, the movie has done, bangers, and Jurassic World the weekend before has crossed the $500 million worldwide, and my internet is crashing again. What the fuck is going on? I don't know. So, Carl, we're going to talk about Ariel. Are these some of the people that told people they shouldn't watch this movie because it's something they don't? Yes, it is. Look, and that's not. I'm not shouting at people. I am very thankful for what got me into YouTube, and I'm going to allude to this. Very thankful. I love it. It's a lot of fun. And today is not a lot of fun because I'm tired, and I would have face planted on my bed probably 2 hours ago, unless we wanted to do this. And yeah, they have their opinions, and that's fine. They're not the be all end all. Quite frankly, they're wrong the majority of the time. Hey, Gary, just because you asked your retarded faggot son what Fallout meant doesn't mean you understand Fallout. And that's a joke, by the way, because Gary doesn't. He has a special needs son. Great kid. He made his intro and stuff like that. His outro. It doesn't mean his kid didn't like Fallout. That's fine. I don't care. I'm not. Oh God, she said penis. Woman, I will kick you in the box. No, it's so. Anyway, long story short, that was actually a concern, right? Because a certain person's, Gary's kid loved Fallout and stuff like that. He was very rigid about it, and again, Gary doesn't know Fallout. He's basing it on the opinions around him. That's a shit opinion. It's a really shit opinion. You don't understand the lore. You don't love the lore. It's like me walking up to Gary and be like, going, "Hey, Gary, you know what? Fucking Superman's gay," and he's like, "What do you mean he's gay? What do you mean? Like, I mean, I don't think he's gay." It's like, oh yeah, no, that one time when he was on Red Kryptonite and he got like a little homo with a dude, and he's like, "No, that's not canon." And I'm like, "No, it's absolutely fucking canon, dude. Just because you don't like it doesn't make it not fucking canon." And that's where I get fucking sideways. And I actually agree with Jeremy on this one from Geeks and Gamers. Yeah, they made Mom and Pop a little, fine. They're still loving parents. But dude, stop it. And I did. I watched Gary's review of the fucking movie tonight before this. I really wanted to like this movie. No, you didn't. No, you fucking didn't. I will challenge you against no, you fucking didn't. No, you didn't. You immediately went with the Israel and Palestine allegory. I didn't really get that. I heard it before, but knowing actual politics, Gary doesn't know politics because, again, Gary covers pop culture, not politics, and he's semi fucking retarded, which so am I. I guess we're semi fucking retarded in the reverse. No, you didn't. Mueller doesn't know fucking Fallout. He was like, well, that didn't make sense for the show. Like, I'm a big Fallout fan. No, faggot, you're not. You're not a Fallout fan. You're a fucking faggot, Mueller. I hate that. I hate that limp dick little motherfucking piece of shit. He's probably like 5'3". I'd punt him into the universe over his crap criticizing the Fallout show. Did I have problems? You're fucking right, I did. The lore, the obliteration of Shady Sands, that didn't make sense. In the lore of Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, which was Bethesda, which made the show, which still made the show, and the lore of the original company, it didn't make sense. But he was like, no, that makes sense, and I don't like that. Like, no, dude, you don't. And when I criticized his fucking loser ass, and he's kind of dropped off the map, in my opinion, because he's a fucking fraud. Where are you, dude? I'm just me. Look, you know what? If you hate me, that's fine. There are definitely people right now that hate me. If you hate me, that's fine. I don't know the whole entire lore between Captain America and Superman, but they're my favorites. I know a lot of it, but I don't know all of it. I know the mass majority of the lore of Fallout. I mean, it's borderline obsessive. I know that. And when you have a fucking Deutsch bag of 500,000 subscribers walking around going, yeah, I mean, this makes sense. Oh, this didn't make sense for me. I didn't understand that. I think that was crap. It's like, dude, you don't know anything about Fallout. And it does. It makes me grumpy. I'm getting grumpy over all this kind of stuff because, dude, I don't want to do this anymore. It takes the fun out of movies. These fucking asswipes. I wanted to be, when I was a kid, Siskel and Ebert. That's what I wanted to be. Siskel and Ebert, review movies, review television, and now we have like everybody's favorite critic, who is either left or right, and they all lie. They all lie because they get millions of dollars. I don't care. God, I've been on streams. I've been on streams with Gary. Gary's a top-notch dude, and I don't think Gary lies. I think his takes are vastly wrong on many things he doesn't understand. Fallout being the foremost in front. And when he doesn't back down from that, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You don't know. I'm like, hey, punk bitch, let me tell you about how the fact that, like, I think Superman is this. And he's like, he'd go, like, no, that's not right. I'm like, oh, really? It's not right? Show me where it's not right. I don't know, dude. I'm getting burnt out. I'm starting to watch movies and post my screenshots, and I've done this from literally Superman to yesterday. Jurassic World, and no, because we were in not a place where I could do that. F1, the Thunderbolts, Captain America. Nobody gives a shit about that new world because it's crap. I have taken these photos in the theaters, me sitting in the chair, reclining, having fun, hanging out with my dad because that's what we did, when I was a kid for the first Jurassic Park movie. That's something that is near and dear to me. And quite frankly, it's really getting fucking old to see these people that, yes, they brought me into YouTube. I got a lot of love for that. I have a lot of love for that, but they're still not being humble. And Gary, I'm calling you the fuck out. 5 weeks ago, you're like going, I really wanted to like this movie, but I didn't. It was mediocre at best. I give it a 6 out of 10. And it's like, I mean, can we actually like, parallel together all the last 6 out of 10 movies? Because it's probably going to be 6 out of like 27 movies. You're like, it was mediocre at best. Again, Jurassic World, the new Jurassic World. Guess what? It crossed $500 million in 2 weekends. 2 weekends. You were wrong. You were fucking wrong. Put your fucking hand up and say, you know what, dudes, I was fucking wrong. Where's the fucking I'm wrong? God, I despise these people anymore. You're trolls. You're fucking shallow. You know what? You're the Weeping Angels. You're the Weeping Angels, Gary, of Doctor Who. Congratulations, you killed it. You didn't kill Doctor Who, but you've killed all these other franchises because you don't actually see where fans actually enjoyed these things, but you just condemned it all. So no, I'm so sick of this shit. I don't give a shit if I ever get on another stream with Gary ever again, or Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers or whatever. I don't fucking care. I don't care. You're all losers because you have become the grifter you hate. Yes, grifter used to be a thing that people called you. You're grifting for the thing you hate. It's easier to hate I'm so tired of this. I really am. I want to be. I always wanted to be the Siskel and Ebert type, and then yes, I met and and this is so weird. I still love geeks and gamers and Gary and all that stuff. I think they're great people. I just think they got hijacked. I think they got jaded. They're like abuse victims. They have been abused for so long that they're just like they see abuse around every corner. No, dude, you don't. Woohoo! Scarlett Johansson was the lead. She's 5'3", and I'm gonna stand behind her. This is a quote from Gary, by the way. Let's stand behind the 5'3", blonde woman from the dinosaurs in the grass. Yeah, no, I get that. It's stupid. But guess what? The movie was mostly fun. It was fucking dinosaurs. How hard is it to screw up fucking dinosaurs when you're Jurassic Park / Jurassic World? You can't screw up the dinosaurs. Even Jurassic Park 3, the biggest travesty to date, until maybe this one, of the villain, the D-Rex, the Dementus or whatever the fuck it was, Rex. It's made $500 million worldwide. It's a success. You were wrong. You were wrong about Mission Impossible. Yes, the last one flopped. This one, because no, you weren't wrong. You're slightly skewed. I'm so sick of this crap, dude. Ugh, I'm tired. This is why I'm being a grumpy bear. Carl,
Yeah, I'm still here.
would you like to be a less of a grumpy bear? Because I'm being very grumpy.
No, it's kind of like this whole thing where people are going like I've been causing so much drama recently. It's
Yeah,
basically what you basically are saying. I'm just kind of tired of the death of criticism, and it's just been more so along the lines of poisoning the well and everything else like that. Everything that like we see from these YouTuber communities now is just basically the same shit. Why I stopped listening to Kotaku or stopped going to IGN. It doesn't
I
like
was a big
feel like
IGN
that.
fan for a long time.
Yeah,
Big IGN fan.
it just doesn't feel like we've learned anything, and we kind of regressed. It's everything's just become CNN and Fox News and MSNBC, just constantly repeating itself. People framing arguments, people pivoting arguments. It's like this whole thing where I blame a lot of this on Valiant Renegade and all those people too, where like you people stopped talking about like the art and they started talking about like, well, this budget is this way and that way and tax returns and write-ups, and they're not making money because they go to directly to Disney Plus and there's no secondary sales and stuff like that. It's just getting tiring, and it is just becoming like just all the same stuff repeated
not
over and over again.
I don't think it's tiring. I think it's you've beaten a dead horse 10 times Disney over. And quite frankly, I say that from the original launch point of Disney, because Disney has beaten that horse about 50 times over. So not throwing shade on all the YouTubers. I was one of them. That's how I got into this. Well, hold on. Not solely. I was a big Fallout fan. And yes, my favorite content creator that got me into Fallout and helped me understand where not just into Fallout, but Bethesda Fallout 3, New Vegas, stuff like that, and then going backwards. And look, and there are people who are like, "Oh, he's a child predator. He has 2 kids. Whatever, dude." Oxhorn. Yes, he is the biggest Fallout. He is the biggest Fallout streamer on the platform, and he has had many controversies. He was one of the original because he called when there was a video of his friends and him on literally flip phones making fun of a fat chick, wearing short shorts and a belly shirt. And so he got blasted for that. And he's taken some extreme views, when the whole Ukraine thing went off, like fine, whatever, dude. I wasn't supporting either side. I just understood where we were coming from. But anyway, he's been called all these names, and dude just streams video games. He doesn't he barely talks about politics unless someone in his chat asks a specific question, like maybe what do you think about this, or relating to the video games of this, that he'll answer. But when it comes to just like straight up politics, it's very, very, very minimal. So anyway, long story short, I got into YouTube because I wanted to play video games for fun on YouTube because people loved it. They laughed at it. It was fun. I'm shit at video games, by the way. I'm gonna die 1,000 times if I played, the Dark Souls.
Hmm.
And also at the same time, like I talk about pop culture because I love movies. I love the X Files. I love Friends. I loved all these movies as a kid, and it just it's all been so enveloped and just destroyed by everything that yes, I'm a grumpy bitch. I'm grumpy. And I get it. Gary barely plays video games. You know why? He's not a gamer. He's a pop culture. He is a Marvel fan. He's a DC fan. He is a superhero fan, a comic book fan. I get it. I get grumpy over a lot of that stuff over there. Ironheart sucks, by the way. And I get grumpy on the other side from the Oxhorn side, which I was enveloped by playing video games and streaming them and having fun and laughing, at how many times you died and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I love Fallout. And then, and I love these video games. And it's like, then you got Fallout 76. Everyone's like going, oh, what is such a piece of shit? And it's like, oh my God, it's the most horrible game in the history of the world. And I beta tested that game on the PlayStation 4. Yes, it had a lot of massive problems, but it didn't have all the problems that everybody said it did. And the media on both sides of just what I talked about, ran with. They're like going, and Fallout 76, rips everybody off. Like, you can't play the game. It crashes every single time. And it's like, I'm like, my game crashed, but it was after like 43 minutes because there were timestamps in the beta when it would crash. It would tell you how long you played before you had a problem, because then they'll go, hold up, wait a minute, let's check this out. I don't know, dude. I think, look, I get it. I get the grumpiness. And I think the media and the massive media is the biggest offender. But when when you start disagreeing with somebody, like Mahler and I disagreed over Fallout. He has almost 600,000 subscribers. I had at the time probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 400. They hopped on me like a fucking hand grenade. That's bullshit, bitches. That's fucking bullshit. If you can't listen to an open argument, you're not a subscriber. You're in a cult. And yes, that's the thing that we get, that people criticize us for the most. Like going, oh my God, MAGA's a cult. Gamergate's a cult. If you can't listen to open Discord to a disbelief of a content creator you like, you're not doing yourself a service. You're lying to yourself. It's like telling yourself that the prostitute or the stripper likes you. No, they don't. Maybe one in 100 do. They think you're a good dude, but you're still paying them. That's the schism right there. Gentlemen, stop. Women, and this goes from women too. Stop. just because they want to like do female representation and you have all these things and stuff like that. Um, if the whole entire thing is that you do it all on your own, that's bullshit. There is no male protagonist in the history of this world that does it all on his own, all on his own. Not even close. Not Han Solo, not Luke Skywalker, not Harry. I'm sorry, Indiana Jones, not Commander Shepard. I mean, I mean, none of them. Not the Chosen One from Fallout. None of them. They all had to rely on whether you picked this direction or that, male or female. You needed people to help you, and that's real fucking life. Yes, not even Kirk. Thank you, Ariel. Not even Kirk. Not even. Not even my favorite, Jean-Luc Picard. He couldn't do it on his own. We could go to Stargate. We could go to the X-Files. We could go to Seinfeld, Friends. I mean, I could bounce all over the spectrum in the history of the world. None of them did it themselves. They all had friends. They had male friends, they all had female friends, and they all had love interests that made them want to elevate themselves better. Elevate yourself better. And this is not what we are getting in modern movies. And I even actually have a problem with this in the new James Gunn Superman movie. Not with Lois Lane. She might be the most fleshed out character by far. Clark is very fleshed out. He is very Clark because he is young Superman. He's not Dean Cain Superman. He is not I'm sorry, Christopher Reeve Superman. He is very, very much young Superman. He is literally Tom Welling into a couple of years of being Superman. That's what he is. That's literally what he is. And I love Smallville. Erica Durance, in my opinion, is the second best Lois Lane of all time, behind Terry Hatcher, who played opposite of Dean Cain. I love me some fucking Superman. I would eat the shit out of Superman's fucking lunchbox if it was candy. That's what I'm saying. You have to develop these characters and you have to do it in an inspirational way. James Gunn did really good. He did really good. Is it a 6 out of 10? That's what Gary from Nerdrotic said. No, I don't agree. That's his opinion. It's his opinion. I give it a 7.5. Is it a 10? No. Not even an 8. It is a 7.5. We need to fix the parents. Because it's not mom, pa can't. It's just not that country thing. That bothered the shit out of me. John Schneider and Annette O'Toole are in the history of the world the best parents of Clark Kent and Superman in history. That's Smallville. John Schneider, Dukes of Hazzard, Annette O'Toole played Lana Lang in the original Superman movies. They were the best by far. She's not even close. Not knocking these actors, but it's just the way that James Gunn portrayed it. It sucked. It was not good. It was very down home hick, and they were barely articulate, and I did not like that. That bothered the. All right, I've said a lot of stuff for like the last 20 minutes. Carl, shit. Carl,
Sorry about my dogs were barking. That's why.
okay. I was like, and to chase Carl off.
Yeah, no, I'm still here.
Yeah, I tired me is well, for those of you that know a lot about me, tired me is kind of like, a callback to somewhat intoxicated me, because quite frankly, I get a little grumpy and I get very opinionated, and there's truth in it, but it's not always worth it, and you sometimes run over people, so I don't want to do that. I want to highlight everybody who's watching, and Ariel has done that, and Carl, I don't want to run over your opinion either. I know you have not seen the movie, but what I'm telling you is, legit things that I was like, Ryan needs it. You shut the hell up, woman. I swear to God. Carl, what was your favorite from today's date adaptation that you saw, you watched, you loved? I'll go with that.
What do you mean? I just a little clarification on that.
What was your favorite Superman adaptation?
I like I said, I'm not really a big Superman fan, so I didn't really watch any other Superman movies.
Well, it doesn't have to be movies, television, stuff like
Oh,
that,
well then,
comics.
the only thing I really liked was the Superman animated series, and I've liked Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. Like I like Superman in that one, especially when he's in when they get the same voice actor to do the not the infamous. Um, oh crap. It's if it's off the tip of my head. Um,
Ultraman?
no, the Injustice and the Injustice series.
Oh, the Injustice series. Okay.
Yeah, like that stuff is usually what I watch with Superman. I'm gonna be like really frank with you. I just don't care about movies. You know, like
No, it's fine.
like I said, it's just I rarely go to them. It's like got to be like a special occasion for me. You know, I just feel like a lot of stuff. I'm at that point where it's just like I look at something and go, that looks interesting to me, or that doesn't look interesting to me. And if I really don't like see stuff about that, I try not to have like an opinion or anything on it because I didn't see it. Um, you
No,
know,
agreed.
that
Agreed.
that's just really where I'm at with all this stuff. And people go like, "Oh, kind of going back around here. It's just like you're causing drama." It's just like we're not at a point where it's like it's not even opinions anymore. It's just engagement. And I'm just kind of tired of like the whole online engagement kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, I think you're kind of going through something that I went through probably 8 months ago. 8 months ago? Maybe 10 months ago. It was the whole entire follow show, controversy. I got really grumpy with a lot of people in our
No,
sphere.
it's not so much I've been really grumpy with people in the sphere. It's I'm kind of just like looking at like men not acting like men a little bit. That's like what this whole thing comes down to,
Oh, okay.
where it's just like these people, have spent like, careers just kind of like getting very passionate, quote unquote, and like flippant, and they like to really talk shit and everything else. But as soon as you get like any pushback or you correct them, then it's just more like it's just insanity falls through. Like like Nightmare said over here, like no offense, Carl, but you have been starting a lot of drama, like short fat otaku level of dramas. I don't even know what that means. Like I really don't. If I'm being honest, I know who short fat otaku is, but I don't know like all this other like drama stuff that goes behind it. It's just I'm making my voices like well known, and look, kind of like what you said. It's like I'm a nobody online, and these people kind of have like a somebody. But at the end of the day, it's like I've just been very vocal and honest about it. It's just like I don't want to hang out with new IGN because the whole reason I stopped watching IGN is because the host became fake, the reviews became bullshit, and the agenda became obvious. And that's what it is with a lot of these people. It's, the whole thing.
Yeah, and I'm not going to ask you to name these people. By the way, Ariel says I feel like people on YouTube seem to hate on things just because it's cool, the cool thing to do, and it's the new toy just to destroy. Yeah, no, I actually agree with that. Look, I have a lot of criticism too that line up from where I came from, and again, I'm I give people leeway, right? Because they might have I hate to use this phrase, especially because it actually has real terminology for firefighters, police officers, and soldiers. Have like pop culture PTSD, that they see the villain and everything, they see the problem and everything, and it's like it just like it launches them to the moon.
Uh, I don't necessarily fully agree with that. I just feel like a lot of these people have replaced their entertainment with people just giving them sorrow slop. That's
I
just
mean, maybe,
that's the truth.
but
They like these people kind of just want to be like the next Nerdrotic, and then we just see a bunch of like people kind of doing like that derivative content where it's just like you see like the same 13 thumbnails, you see the people get in on the memes, they form their own groups, and it's just they want to have a sense of belonging, and it's fine.
I
It's
mean, yeah, it is
it,
fine.
the issue is it's just like there's a lot of associates that are close to us, and it's just like, look, man, I'm just voicing my views, and
And that's
that's it.
absolutely fine. I mean, you're entitled to your own opinions, and
Hmm.
I don't know what launched that whole entire like thing. I don't really care, to be quite frankly, because again, and the way I worded it, and I thought about it very well. I was like, if I'm like this informant or whatever, this source, I'm like, I'm a shit source because
That
we
that
talk.
no, no that whole thing is stupid. That
It,
whole thing
I
is just
and
like
I
just
don't I don't think
nonsense.
anybody in that actually believed that. It was just like, you were in the vicinity of something. And look, I've been in the vicinity of something too, and it's like going, oh my god, like what do you do? And it's like, I really don't care.
No,
Like,
it's
I
it's
don't
just
care.
it's not anything to like worry about. I have no problem talking about it. It's just that there's a lot of people online that are running out of ammo. You know, I like just let's be honest here. I think a lot of these channels are slowly dying. I feel a lot of these people are just kind of circling the wagons now to just kind of get as many of people to stay in the cult to keep paying them. And that's just really what it is. It's just like they nobody cares about Disney anymore. Like nobody really is going to go insane and attack Disney. No one really cares about DC, Marvel, or anything like that like they
And see,
used
that's
to.
what's weird is that I still do, but I just don't want to make videos anymore
But that's what
because
I
it's
mean. There's that
draining
it's that
for
fatigue
me.
that's around this whole like group where like you just are holding on to the diehards, and now it's more entertaining to make fun of like the diehards. Now we have kind of come around to that full circle, like
Well, I
what I
don't, I
said
don't,
before.
I don't want to make fun of the diehards either because that's a even faster waning subject in my opinion. Look, everybody's entitled to their own opinion when it comes to pop culture, politics, all that kind of stuff. History is not subject to interpretation, but you do you, fucking weirdos who call everybody Nazis that you disagree with.
Yeah.
Um, but that's why, like literally last night, you know, my dad went camping with my uncle and my aunt and stuff like that, and over the weekend, and I had to work, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to see the Superman movie maybe Sunday night or Monday, if that works better?" I said, "Well, Sunday you're probably gonna, get home late, so I have to get up at 3:45 in the morning so we can do Monday night." I wanted to see the movie. I love Superman. And the reason I say this, and it was literally in the exact same theater, and this is what's comical at best, because I moved home to my hometown, where I grew up. They call it a city, it's a city, but it's literally like 5 or 6 stops on the interstate. You could blow by those stops in 21 minutes. So it's not really a city. It's a town. Anyway, we saw the movie, the new Superman movie, in the theater that my parents and I saw Superman Returns in the same theater. Maybe not the same actual physical theater, but the same building. And I was like, yes, this is something that I've always remembered. Jurassic, no, well, not Jurassic Park, but the Mummy Returns. Like literally the same fucking building. These movies, like, I love this. My dad got me into watching movies and going to the theater and loving that. The original Iron Man movie, Thor, Captain America, the first Avengers, the same fucking physical theater, the physical building. Like, I loved it. It was so much fun. And so, yes, we saw F1 in that. We saw the Thunderbolts in that. We didn't see Jurassic World, but that was a different story. That was because my sister and her family wanted to go. So what used to be the new theater was closer to them. Regal from like 20 years ago. Just FYI, no stadium seating, nothing like that. No reclining stuff. Like, it sucks. But yeah, that's why it's like I document all this kind of stuff because one day, no, Ariel, we do not have IMAX. We are such a small city. I call it a town. We do not have an IMAX. No IMAX. There's not IMAX anywhere. You have to go to Denver to get IMAX. So yeah, that's why I love it. It's fun. It reminds me of when I was a kid and my family's here. It's just good. Jennifer, really? I'm back. Which one of you is naked? Nobody's naked.
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, it's funny though. Probably about 15 to 20,000 at most. You perverts, I'm tall. Your wife is about this. What are you talking about? I'm tall. I'm 6'4". You're not tall. You look like a small woman. I have no idea what she's talking about, by the way. So anyway, yeah, it's why I have documented this for months now because it makes me feel fun. It makes me relive my childhood. You know, even yes, watching Captain African American Brave New World. I took a picture from the seat. The feet reclined up, sitting there waiting for the movie because you know what? It wasn't about the movie. The movie was fine. It was okay. It wasn't great. It was like whatever. It was kind of like a one-off, right? If you watched an action movie and you're like, that was fine. I enjoyed it. But it was because I was watching it with my dad. And that's literally every single time that I take a picture from that photo. I'm sorry, that theater, the same fucking theater where my feet's up. It's the same screen. It's theater number 4, which is the big one for all the movies because we don't have IMAX, but it's about as IMAX as it gets. That's the Thunderbolts. It's F1. It would have been Jurassic World, but different, but it was literally Superman. And I will continue to do that because I love that. It's so much fun. And that's what it's about. Connecting with people, connecting with friends, family members, loved ones, significant others, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever, you know. And Sparkle says, I'm five. You're 5'2"? I'm on the dude, I am 6'4", woman. I would tower the Fraggle Rock over you. Uh yes, Ariel. It's more about the experience with family rather than the movie itself. So yeah, that's kind of why I've done that for months now. For the last, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 months. It's because, quite frankly, I don't think that I, I I think the movies is for family and friends. And kind of like you, Carl, I get sick of this like oh the movie's horrible. Yes, I knew the plot of Captain African American Brave New World before I saw it. I still went and saw it. You know why? Because my dad wanted to see it. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go see it. It's gonna be a thing that him and I do. We're gonna have fun. And we had fun. He's like, he's like, that movie was okay. It was all right. And I liked it more than he did. If I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I probably would have given it like a 5.5. He probably would have given it like a 4. But we still had fun. That's what matters. So stop criticizing movies and television by the basis of like, oh my God, I hate this so much. Maybe think about other people other than yourself to this point, and maybe I could watch that movie with them and they might love it. I might like it, but they might love it. Or this television show might speak to what, they've been through as a kid. And I love that person, so I want to watch that with them. And I want to laugh and love and maybe even cry and stuff like that, and maybe even have a couple of hard conversations after the fact. Because you know what? In the fucking 90s, that's what television and movies did. It sparked conversation. It sparked emotions between people. It sparked love between people. Because you know what? It was something that was so brand new and it was so real that it was kind of a new thing. Because the 80s were great. I love the 80s. 80s action movies are incredible. But the 90s brought in Friends. They brought in Seinfeld. Why do you think that these sitcoms they're literally decades after the fact, like How I Met Your Mother, were massively successful? Yes, The Big Bang Theory. Gary, go fuck yourself. By the way, still like Gary, but go fuck yourself. The Big Bang Theory did not ruin nerd culture. You're a fucking loser if you think that. You're a fucking loser. It actually made people like nerd culture more. You know why? Because guess what? The lovable nerd at the end of the day gets the beautiful woman. He does. How the fuck is that shitting on nerd culture? She starts learning nerd culture. She starts learning about Superman, Batman, like, Green Lantern, Captain America. She starts learning about all these things that she didn't give a shit. Yes, Ariel Married with Children. God, that was good stuff. That was about the working family in the 80s. Married with Children was about the working family in the 80s. And it was about the fact that they struggled to make ends meet. And it went well into the 90s and stuff like that. And because things were changing, you had television, you had public broadcasting. Yeah, I mean, you had all these things. There was like, what do you do? You had MTV. Ariel, I like the Big Bang Theory. Not too sure about the spinoff Sheldon. I never watched the Young Sheldon. I really didn't. Ariel, Roseanne until they got rich. Yes, Roseanne. I mean, look, how many fucking sitcoms from the late 80s, early 90s to the 2000s do they need to be successful about pop culture, politics, and just human decency and family before we just go, holy shit, guess what? They found the zeitgeist. And that goes for movies and television too. The X-Files. Oh my God. Yes, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Rest in peace, Will Smith's career. I don't know, man. I mean, and this is the one that really bothers me is the whole Big Bang Theory thing. No, dude, you can blame the Big Bang Theory all you want at your 57-year-old ass. Yes, you can. Blame it all you want. That's not what fucked up pop culture. It's not what fucked up pop culture. It was politics fucking up pop culture. That show, that show has very minimal politics in it. You know how many times I've watched that show? Do you know that I started watching that show in 2008 when it debuted alongside Chuck? Yes, Chuck. NBC's Chuck. God, that's a good show. Both were about heart and about the geek getting the beautiful woman because they had a heart of gold and they worked their ass off and they tried at every single turn. It was about the lowly human hero who tried and was always there. That's the real story of humanity, right? By the way, I don't give a shit if you're fucking 7'3" and you're the size of a Texas. If you're a Deutsch bag, nobody wants to be around you. Nobody does. You're not gonna have any friends. You're not gonna have a girlfriend. You're not gonna have a wife. You're not gonna have your mom's not gonna be around you. That's the fucking thing, dude. It's about having a heart of gold. That's what the 90s and all these 90s sitcom spin-offs that went into the 2000s and the late 2010s taught us is that you know what? You can be the nerdiest motherfucker and you have a heart of gold. And if you show up for a person you care about, that's what fucking matters. And that's what matters in today's world. You show up for a fucking person, that's what matters. And that's where Hollywood has lost the fucking mark completely because they're like, it's about my identity. I'm gay. I'm fucking lesbo queer, and I'm they them and stuff like that. No, no, it's not. You show up for people. Human beings need human interactions, and Carl has been so silent for like fucking 15 minutes now. Um, it's human interaction, dude. We need human beings need human beings. Congratulations, welcome to the world. Oh my God, it's not a revelation. Whether you believe in the Bible or you believe in ancient Egypt or you believe in the Babylonians, human beings need human beings. You show up for the people you care about, your family, your friends, your loved ones. Hope the person eventually that you unite with, whether you put a ring on their finger in our modern age or you a dowry in Indian culture. You show up for that person. That's what fucking matters. I don't know. It's just like judging the Superman movie. Guess what? It wasn't about Superman. You're right. It wasn't. You're right, Gary. It wasn't. And again, I'm not picking on Gary because I love Gary. I've been on streams with Gary. Gary's a good dude. It wasn't a movie about being Superman. It was a movie about humanity. And no, it wasn't an allegory for, yes, I know what they did on the red carpet and all that dumbass crap. It was an allegory for humanity because Clark told Lois, I love you. And she was like, I don't know what to do with that. I thought I'm thinking about breaking up with him. And then he disappeared. He disappeared. Spoilers. Sorry, shut up. Is a movie about humanity, kind of like Smallville. Humanity is what's important. The Avengers movies are about humanity, saving humanity. Not just saving humanity, but saving the whole entire fucking universe from Thanos, who, yes, again, the reason he's so goddamn grumpy is because his planet was wiped out from underneath him. He couldn't save them. And he was like, oh my God, I don't want to repeat the mistakes of the people. And yes, he did love Gamora. There are people like, oh, no, he didn't. He thought she was an object. No, he loved Gamora. That's why he cried. Yeah, Smallville was good. Also, the Adventures of Lois and Clark are incredible. And yes, this movie mirrors a little bit of some Smallville and a lot of the Adventures of Lois and Clark. So, all right, I'm gonna shut up. Gotta shut the fuck up. I've like ranted for like half this podcast. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Carl's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, it's just this is my I mean, Carl, video games are your shtick, dude. I mean, when you talk about video games, I can see how, you know what you're talking about and stuff like that. But this is my thing. And I guess, I don't know. I've been a little jaded lately about all of it because quite frankly, it feels like that on both sides they're trying to kill it and I don't like that and it goes for the same thing for video games. I think, Carl, you've kind of felt the same thing that there's a video game you like, you're like, this is a good game, it's not great, but it's not horrendous, and then you see the media side of it and the backlash side, and it's like you're like, wait, dude, what? Like, what are you talking about? It's kind of where I'm coming from.
No, I like I said, I agree. And I know It's just like everything. When you push back against the narrative, there's always going to be the people that say you're just a hater, this, that, and the other thing, and it is what it is.
Carl, any second topic you want to move on to?
No, not really. It's just
I killed it. I killed it like a fucking horse, didn't I?
It was just one of your nights. You wanted to get something off your chest, and I can't really contribute to it. That's just really what it is.
I
It's
mean,
like
we can transition. Come on, man.
I,
15 minutes. Let's transition to something fun.
I don't know. I really got nothing else really to say. Besides that, sumo wrestling's back for me, so just excited for watching more sumo wrestling later tonight, I guess.
Wait, sumo wrestling is back?
Yeah.
What? Well, I mean, Ariel, he just said sumo wrestling. So,
Yeah, sumo wrestling.
what? Oh no, we have okay, gag stream, just for like 30 minutes or like 45 minutes before next week because Party Chat comes back with Nerdy Neo, and we're both very excited. And what if we did a sumo wrestling stream like just like for like 30 minutes to make it fun before the fact?
I mean, I guess I don't. What do you want to know? Stop barking, dog.
No, I'm talking about we watch it and we talk about it. Like literally like a reaction sumo stream.
Oh, right now it's not even like the fun people to watch. It's all the lower division. It's basically the jobbers.
Dude, I mean, I used to watch wrestling as a jobber. As a
Yeah,
kid.
Yeah, but it's like it's not like going to be like the best people to watch. Like the stadium's all empty right now. It's
Ariel, god damn it, tell him we're gonna do the fucking stream. Ariel said we're doing the stream, so sorry. Carl was voted out. It'll just be fun. It'll be like a fun thing. The Dark Avengers podcast, like light or sumo episode, whatever. There you go. Do the damn stream, Carl.
and that's Akal Harel.
Well, she spells your name wrong because it makes it a racial slur.
Mm-mm.
It's Carl for stop being a fucker. Yeah, you got to be JR and Jerry Lawler. I'd be JR because I'm so like over the top, like serious.
Yeah.
He's whipping him like a government mule. No, really, Carl? Nothing?
No.
God damn it, Carl. This was like literally an impromptu stream, by the way. We talked about what we wanted to talk about. And it was minuscule. I did put in the fact that I told Carl, I'm like, yeah, I wanted to talk about the Superman movie. So again, they all know that I love Superman, stuff like that. No spoilers. I did reveal like 2, but they're not like major ones. So, and then of course I went on a weird tirade for 87,000 years. So Carl, what are we doing coming up for you?
Tomorrow I have a show with Insidious Bliss and Paul Hadouken.
Oh,
that's tomorrow's show, and we're going to be talking about one of my theories about gaming, and it's called the Gamer's Paradox. And it's basically gamers don't make any sense usually when they have a conversation about gaming. So that's the long and short of it.
I mean, fair enough.
So
Paul is a really good dude. He really is. I don't think I know the other gentleman.
Bliss is the other guy on Company Boys. They hang out together. Bliss is a great guy.
Insidious Bliss?
Yes.
Okay, I barely know him, but I know Paul a lot.
Yeah.
So
that's the plan. And then Friday, I'm gonna have Cream NATO on, and we're gonna do watch a documentary about Peter Molyneux, a video game guy,
Outstanding.
a guy who helped make Black and White, Lion's Head, and Fable back in the day.
Ariel says to me, and it's always to me, you're going to have to learn sumo wrestling moves, Ryan. I know sumo wrestling moves. They're not that creative. It's just, I mean, they are for the size of the gentleman doing them. I'm 6'4" and I'm 250 pounds. They're probably like 5'11" and they weigh like 375 pounds. I would be pushed around like a hand grenade. So
I think they actually try to have like 6 foot be like the lowest that they can be. Like sumo wrestlers are pretty big.
see, Carl, that's what we have to do. Dude, we have to do a watch along. Come on, Carl. Don't bail, dude. Next week, an hour tops.
The tournaments only last for 15 days, and it's day 4, so theoretically, yes.
Okay, so we'll start at 5 p.m. my time, which is 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll start the stream, and then we'll watch it for, I don't know, an hour and a half, and then we'll go into party chat. We're gonna have fun. Carl, don't make me drag you into the fucking fun.
We'll see. I got to go to the gym.
I have to go to the gym too. All right. So what do I have coming up? Tomorrow, myself and Icy are going to be playing more Call of Duty 6. No, sorry, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 zombies. I used to call them Nazi zombies, because that's what it is. Knocked der Untoten. Her and I are going to be playing that, I believe, an hour earlier, which is 10 a.m. my time, Mountain Standard, 9 a.m. Pacific, and it would be noon Eastern Standard Time, and that should be 10 a.m. my time, 5 p.m. British time. Those damn Brit. She is a British person, so and she made a lot of clips last time about me dying. I did stream it, and I forgot to add the audio, so the whole entire stream you hear her and I, but you can't hear the game audio. So I'm going to correct that before tomorrow, and I'm going to relive my younger years in my 20s of playing Nacht der Untoten. So that'll be fun.
Sounds like it.
You're like, really? No, I can't.
Well,
I can't.
it sounds like you're gonna have fun.
I'm gonna have a lot of fun, Carl. All right. We still have. Carl hates this song. I swear to God, you do. But it will be our song forever, the Dark Avengers podcast. And we will see you guys next time. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry for being literally like mush brained for the first, like, I don't know, 30 minutes. It's been a long couple of days, literally in the sun and the hot tarmac. We have the firefighting tankers flying nonstop. So, and military and stuff like that. Ariel says, until next time, everyone, stay out of trouble or don't get caught. You don't get caught, woman.
Have a good night, Ariel.
See you guys.
Everybody's on the Dark Avengers podcast. All the Marvels coming out to join the broadcast. Gotta get them all on the line. Now we can rewind. They never leave your mind. Let's assemble for the Dark Avengers podcast. Try to hold us down, but we won't let them do that. Not a chance. Time to get back on track. Let's move on the Dark Avengers podcast. All the Marvels coming out to join the broadcast. Gotta get them all on the line. Now we can rewind. They never leave your mind. Come with us on the Dark Avengers podcast. All the Marvels coming out to join the broadcast. Gotta get them all on the line. Now we can rewind. They never leave your mind. Come with us on the Dark Avengers podcast. Try to hold us down, but we won't let them do that. Not a chance. Time to get back on track. Let's move on the Dark Avengers podcast. All the Marvels coming out to join the broadcast. Gotta get them all on the line. Now we can rewind. They never leave your mind. Come with us on the Dark Avengers podcast. All the Marvels coming out to join the broadcast. Gotta get them all on the line. Now we can rewind. They never leave your mind. They don't wanna miss the Dark Avengers podcast. Try to hold us down, but we won't let them do that. Not a chance. Time to get back on track. Let's move on the Dark Avengers podcast. All the Marvels coming out to join the broadcast. Gotta get them all on the line. Now we